Hello, everybody. This is a little different. You might have noticed from the title. I don't know exactly what I'm going to title this, but I am heavily considering changing the name of the channel, and I want your help. First off, this is not without precedent. My very first channel name, I believe for about the first 2 months or so, was Eddie's IPTTM baseball autographs, something like that. And I thought it was too long. I took out the IPTTM stuff. And since then, my collecting habits have changed quite a bit. When I first started on YouTube, I pretty much exclusively did just do baseball autographs. I had almost no unsigned collection to speak of at all, other than junk wax commons that are left over. And since then, my tastes have grown and changed, and of course I still collect baseball autographs. You all know that, but I don't know that it makes sense to leave the name as Eddie's Baseball Autographs when there's so many other things I'm doing. And the concern is that people aren't finding the channel, and they just see the name and like, well, I'm not really into baseball or whatever. And here I'm doing like pre-war now and unsigned stuff and getting into hockey and just anyway, the channel and myself, I'm changing a lot. So I think it's time to sort of update things. And I just wanted to run a couple by you. You're gonna sort of give me some input, and I'll take all of that under advisement. So, first one, I just thought maybe I'll just add an and more, Eddie's Baseball Autographs and more. The one criteria consistent you'll see here is that I left the Eddie's because I think that needs to stay there because that's who I am, that's how people know me. And if someone never sees this video, they come back to YouTube in a month and they see like Eddie's something, they'll be able to connect the dots, especially once they see my video and hear my voice or what have you. And a lot of the branding is going to stay the same with like the little kid baseball card, and this is kind of my background. I don't really plan on changing any of that. So anyway, so you're going to see the Eddies in all these. But so for this first option, I just thought I'll just add and more because I'm doing more stuff now. This way I keep the Eddies, I keep the original title, or at least the one that most of you know me by. And then I got thinking, a lot of my collection is Northwest based because that's where I live, and I collect Mariner stuff and Seahawks stuff, and I got a cool Sonics autograph a couple weeks ago, and so maybe I'll throw that in the name with sports cards. And again, that's part of sort of my identity, the region I'm from, and there's a lot of collectors on YouTube that do that kind of thing. Then I got thinking, well, I really want to sort of talk about what I collect, being that I'm doing vintage and modern now. And I spent more money on pre-war probably this year, I think, than I have on vintage or modern. Certainly more than modern. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble on. But this, I sort of feel, kind of goes with... And originally I had sports cards, and then I went with Card Chaos. And I just sort of like the alliteration there. So Eddie's Vintage and Modern Card Chaos. And then I liked that so much, I thought, let's just shorten it up. Eddie's Sports Card Chaos. And so the sports cards, encompasses everything, all sports, vintage, modern, whatever your imagination can come up with. And then I still get the Card Chaos. I don't know. I kind of like that one. So please take a minute and look at these and think about what you know about me and just what I've stated that I'm trying to do with the channel. And enter an option below. You're welcome to provide your own feedback, suggestion, whatever. Maybe you don't think I need to change it. Just put, hey, I don't think you need to change it. whatever. But I am going to reward you. So we're going to leave this up for about 2 days, I think. Just depending on what's going on with my life. But at least 48 hours. And if you comment below, you're helping me out, I'm going to send somebody a lot of 50 Hall of Fame baseball cards. And again, you're just helping me with your input. These aren't necessarily, if the majority of you picked A, that doesn't necessarily mean like that's what I'm going to do. It's just it's feedback, it's input for me. So I appreciate it. Let me know what you think. I hope this makes sense. Let's just go back here to the options one more time. Eddie's Baseball Autographs and More, because he does more than just baseball autographs. B, Eddie's Northwest Sports Cards. C, Eddie's Vintage and Modern Card Chaos. Eddie's Sports Card Chaos. Or just Eddie's Sports Cards. No. Anyway, between these, and like I said, I might go to bed tonight and decide that I hate D. And right now I like it. But when I read it just this last time, it sounded like something a 8th grader would come up with. Let me know below. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you. Until next time, remember, we don't count subscribers, we count friends.